while leading. As Black women, many of us lead within our organizations and institutions as outsiders, not fully embraced or included. That outsider status gives us a distinct perspective. As Black women, we experience the dual assaults of racism and sexism, which come in both blatant ways and in subtler forms of comments or actions in our workplaces and communities that hurt our hearts. These take their toll on our lives. It's time for change. Sometimes the organizational cultures in which we lead are not inclusive and don't respect, embrace, or get the diverse perspectives we bring to the table. So many of us are encouraged to fit into a leadership mold that doesn't always fit so well. These old leadership models are like shoes that are too tight, restrictive, and limiting our freedom and mobility. Still, other Black women leaders hold back a little of our authentic identity to be perceived as fitting into the culture at work or church. Some of us stay in places in which we have been and continue to be excluded, no matter how hard we work and no matter our achievements. Because of other people's perspectives, we have not always felt we could bring our whole selves to our leadership context. And many of us surely don't believe we can care for ourselves before we care for everyone else. These stressors leave their mark on our souls, and those marks affect our ability to lead well. This is what happened in Angel's case. A mid-level leader in a financial services company, Angel had received numerous accolades while leading her team in projects with exemplary results. Yet as the only Black woman on a team of 50, she felt she had to prove herself every day despite her accomplishments. Angel also had to dodge the daily subtle and not-so-subtle racist and sexist darts thrown at her by her manager and some of her colleagues. The pressurized environment wore Angel out. Angel led effectively, but she wasn't leading well. She wrote me, letting me know she was physically, mentally, and spiritually drained and needed guidance from a Christian woman who has led in business. Then there was Tamika. Like Angel, Tamika also dealt with on-the-job comments designed to undermine her leadership. Outwardly, she was successful, but inwardly, she felt as if she was drowning. Hardworking and confident, she successfully met her work-related goals. Yet internally, she was tired with a capital T. She struggled with how to show up in meetings. That was not always the case, but sharing a viewpoint different from those of some coworkers had put Tamika on her manager's radar. Her manager pulled her aside and told her she needed to be a better team player. Grappling with towing the line or sharing her perspective, Tamika was stumped. Should she speak up or not? She feared if she didn't say anything in those meetings, her coworkers would assume she was not adding value, and they'd overlook her input and ability to succeed. Her confidence was waning, and Tamika had lost the joy in a job she once loved. Perhaps you can relate to Angel's or Tamika's leadership trials, or maybe your situation is more like Jessica's. She had discovered that proven leadership skills welcomed in one place may not be embraced in another. Specifically, she had demonstrated a lot of leadership ability in her church and community and was looking to live out a more purpose-filled life at work. Jessica worked in human resources. She wanted to move into a leadership role that enabled her to use all of her gifts, talents, and experiences. But she couldn't catch a break on her 9-to-5, despite her leadership acumen outside the walls of her company. Sadly, she felt so excluded from advancement opportunities that she was considering a job or career change. These examples reveal how Black Christian women leaders face myriad limitations in our leadership development and advancement. Lived experiences of women like Angel, Tamika, and Jessica also underscore the great need for a book like Leading Well. Too often, we lead in places where the leaders we work for or with define success in merely quantitative terms. A higher return on investment, productivity, engagement scores, sales, and the number of speaking engagements are the measures of leadership success. Still, others define success by the title on the nameplate of their